This is a Headgum podcast.
This stupid show won't ever end.
Stupid fucking show. I'm just playing.
Psych.
This episode is a motherfucker.
I was like,
gosh. Hold on. We got to address some things.
Okay.
First of all, Rochelle had a dentist appointment today.
Yeah.
And she's not here.
Yeah.
She literally is getting all her teeth taken out and replaced with gold bricks.
Yeah. So when she comes back, she told us not to bring it up.
Don't bring it up. We're telling you this now.
Yeah.
So when she comes back, we ain't got to talk about it. But her teeth are going to be all solid gold. And it's just going to be like a cartoon, like one bar. Like there's not going to be individual teeth. It's going to look like she's wearing a gold mouthpiece.
Yeah. And I think she thought it was going to go a lot quicker. I don't know why, but she said, she got to the dentist and they were like, she texted us like, this is going to take at least 10 hours. 10 hours.
So, 10 hours because they got to shine the gold. And we're paying for this, by the way, because it's her birthday. Her birthday is this week. So in the spirit of transparency, in the spirit of Christmas, we decided to, in the spirit of Halloween, we decided to buy her gold bar teeth.
Yeah.
But we got somebody new here today.
Yes, we're so excited. She is a treat, amazing.
She is flown in today from Clearwater, Florida.
Straight off the jet. Yeah.
Straight off the jet.
The private. She took jet suites from Clearwater.
She's wearing alligator shoes.
Yep.
And
got a fur coat on.
And she is here to help us out. Give it up for Mies. Put your hands together for Mies.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Mies, what is your history with gossip?
Della Mies.
Well, I love gossip. And I love girls.
Okay.
But I haven't watched the show.
Never.
Never.
Okay.
Never watched an episode, yeah. But I did read up on it because, today.
You read it. Would you read like a Wikipedia?
Yeah, I did like a speed read of the Wikipedia.
Oh, wow.
All right, there's a lot of, adult themes with like young people.
Yeah.
In New York City.
Yeah, you got it right.
Where are you
all
from?
You really need to know.
I'm from Illinois originally.
Well, Chicago?
I went to school there and lived there for a while, but I'm from like a cornfield.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I guess everybody does this.
Mm-hmm.
But like when you're not from somebody's not from the major city in their state if they say they're from the state.
Yeah.
Wait, so when people ask me where I'm from, I go I'm from Mississippi, but I grew up in LA.
Oh, right.
So I don't say I'm from Mississippi, but I grew up in California.
Yeah, you don't say California because you're from LA. But if you're from Barstow,
I'm from California. I'm from Southern California.
Yeah, that's interesting. Is that because you just don't have to explain it?
Yeah,
it's like the cornfield. We don't know the cornfields.
No one's gonna know if I just say the town.
What's the town?
It called?
It's called Tremont.
I know Tremont all the time. I used to get the tour. Are you kidding me, girl?
Peoria.
I never heard of it.
Yeah, Peoria. I don't know that.
But
I'm just playing.
Pretoria from Family Guy.
Pretoria. Peoria is where Richard Pryor's from.
Yeah, there's a statue of him there.
Oh yeah. You always got to shout it out because there's probably a listener from in that town, and they make it feel seen.
Shout out Tremont.
Tremont, Illinois, baby.
Like I just found out Flo J was from Savannah,
and
I'm like, that's tight. I mean, I'm not from Savannah, but it just made me think like I'm maybe happy for people from Savannah because she's like they just won the LSU thing and everything.
Yeah,
she's a good rapper. Have you heard her rap?
That's the one who plays for LSU?
Yeah, the one that be with Angel Reese all the time.
Yeah.
Do you know Angel Reese?
Angel Mies? We're calling you Angel Mies.
So we're going to talk about Gossip Girl. It's going to be fun.
It'll be a real light conversation.
Take it easy on you.
Today's a weird day. I showed up an hour and a half early for the I've been like, so when I'm like off, you know how our business works.
Yeah.
When we off work, but we still be super busy.
Right.
And so like things fit in places and then certain times change. So like I scheduled this today. Yesterday I had a meeting. They ended up getting canceled, so we could have did it yesterday.
Yeah.
That's so annoying.
I hate when they do that. Yeah.
And they canceled like an hour before. I was supposed to have an in-person meeting. And then they hit me up and it was like, hey, so there's a problem. Can you jump on Zoom? But it'd be really cool if we could meet you in person. I was like, man, let's just reschedule.
Yeah, fuck all that.
Yeah.
And I keep feeling like when that happens, they forgot about it. And then their assistant's like, you have Carl at 2 p.m. And he's like, Carl, fuck.
Yeah. Like, see if he wants to get on Zoom.
Yeah.
And then, but no, No Zoom. And then, so today I had, of course, my morning workout. And then I left straight from there to go do I had to record for the cartoon for like 3 hours. Yeah. I was scheduled for 3 hours, scheduled from 12:30 to 3:30.
Right.
I was done at 2.
Yeah.
Today. They only so I was like, well, shit. Well, I gotta be over at what's it called at 4. So let me just go get something to eat and then head over there.
Yeah.
And I ate lunch with them, and that was until like 3. And then I drove over here and was like, hey, I'm a few minutes early. Can somebody let me in? I'm thinking it's going to be like bustling in here. I can, distract people from doing their jobs.
Yeah.
Nobody was here. So, like, Marty was leaving at the time, and I walk in, and then, like, the FedEx guy comes. As soon as they leave, the FedEx guy comes, and I'm like, I feel like a kid that's like,
you don't know what you're doing.
I'm not supposed to answer the door. And the FedEx guy's like, I'm like, I'll just leave it. No, you got to sign.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I got to sign.
Yeah, I can't sign for this.
Yeah.
It was like the whole thing blows up.
I know it's a bomb. But so I'm sitting in here, and I'm like, well, you know what? I'll just sit here and watch the NFL draft. Yeah. The NFL draft starts right now.
Oh, you really?
Yeah. So like, I missed it, but I'm not missing it. I'm gonna look at it. Sorry, folks. I got to know who's getting
who gets
picked
drafted as we watch it.
Yeah.
If you see somebody, we'll be in real
the Panthers
time.
are on the clock.
This is live. We'll do it live. But here's
also the hard part about living in Los Angeles. So people talk about Los Angeles traffic and how everything is spread out and stuff like that. So I didn't have my laptop today. And I was like, I can't go home now to get it.
Yeah. And
then I got here and realized I was so early, and I was like, I could have fucking went home.
Yeah.
I totally could have went home.
Yeah.
And the traffic wouldn't have been that bad. Like it would have been bad, but because it's rush hour. We tape this at rush hour.
Yeah.
And we tape this at rush hour 3.
This is rush hour. We are your rush hour host, Carl Tyler Lamar Woods,
Jackie Chan. And but yeah, like so it's just like it's one of those things that throws your whole day off when you don't have a set. Like
especially
I'm
when
working
it's
from
like
9 to 5 today. No, I'm working for a couple hours in between everywhere. Anyway.
That happens to me a lot too. It's like, and then you're like, okay, now I'm downtown, but I got to get back home to do a Zoom. But then if I go back home, I'm gonna
come
be
back
late to there. It's like I just want to go back to the office, folks.
You got to get back in the office.
COVID is over, folks.
We got to get back in the office. You can't say COVID is over.
I know.
Mies is wearing a mask on.
I was about to say 1995 mask.
Or 1995
what is it called again?
It's called a 1995 mask.
KN95.
1995 Freak Like Me, Adina Howard mask.
Yeah. I'll be a freak every time of day, and you get the lean.
We got to spot it. We got our own. Do we have any user spotted?
Yeah, I got one.
But we also have a joint spotted.
Yeah, we got. Who do we see?
We got a cool spot. You can't remember?
In Vegas.
All right, so do the user spotted first, and then I will.
Okay, cool.
So here's how this part works. This is for Mies, y'all. We know you know how to do it.
Yeah.
But Mies, so she's not confused. We do a spotted at the beginning of every episode, and that means if somebody's seen somebody out in the wild, can't be somebody. The rules are it can't be like a setting where they're supposed to be at.
Okay.
So you can't be like, I went to a basketball game and saw LeBron James.
Wild.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you saw somebody in a crowd at a basketball game, that's different.
Okay.
But you can't be like, I went to the football game and saw Tom Brady.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
sure, yeah.
He's supposed to be there.
Yeah.
Unless he was like suspended.
He's retired
and
now.
Just happy to play. Okay. So this is one. This is a nice one. Also, I saw there's another message in here that I never got to read from before. It was kind of cool. I'm catching up on episodes, and I just threw my phone when you guys talked about proposals during season 2 finale way back. My parents actually did eat their we just got engaged, so like celebratory meal at McDonald's. No certificates, they were just broke. So that's just we talked about that a long time ago, but I never got to read. I think we were talking about has anyone ever like eaten the ring when they put it in something?
Ate the ring.
Yeah, so maybe they ate.
Mies, are you married?
No.
For real? Would you
cool.
would you say yes to someone proposed at McDonald's if it was at a McDonald's, or would you be like, ugh, try again?
I mean, it would really depend on the situation,
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it had to be like Like breakfast, still all day breakfast?
No, no, it would definitely have to be over like a 10-piece.
A 10-piece, and they have to have high C orange. Remember they brought high C orange back, but every time I would go, I'd be like, I get a high C orange. We don't have it right now. You said you brought it back. I'm trying to propose to my fiance.
Yeah, actually, that was a prank.
My girlfriend. Not fiance. It's fiance when you propose.
That would be tight to put the ring in like one of the little boxes. Like if you open it up, there's like a big ass diamond ring in there.
It's on top of the Big Mac.
And then you dip it. Then she dips it into like some barbecue sauce, and it says, and it goes, "I do," or no, she goes, 1,000. Not I do. It goes, yes. That's where you say yes, not I do, right? You say I do when you get married.
Say at the altar, like when it's going down, but you say yes.
I don't do that.
You're like no.
Okay.
Bryce Young to the Panthers.
Yeah, Bryce Young to the Panthers. You guys who are listening, you guys write this down and put it in your pool or whatever you do. Okay, so check this out. Spotted at the American Airlines Lounge. Another one of our gossip royalty at a lounge. Our gossip royalty likes to kick it in the lounge.
They do kick it. Y'all do be kicking it.
Y'all be kicking it.
I will say this about y'all. Y'all do be kicking it.
Yeah, I love y'all. I love our fans so much. I just want to say that. Spotted American Airlines Lounge at the Philadelphia airport. Kathy Lee Gifford.
What? Spotty, yada, 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 yada,
yada. Yeah, that's a good Spotted. I like that. I like that.
I was just watching a video of Kathy Lee Gifford the other day. It's very funny. This dude was on Hoda and Kathy Lee one morning, and he was like, and the best thing about these cups is that you can't knock them over. And then Kathy Lee just goes, clunk, and knocks it over. And he's like, well, see, no. And then she just starts like knocking them all over. That shit was so hilarious. Because they used to be drunk as hell on that show.
Yeah.
They would be like, first of all, the show's filming at like 7 a.m.
Yeah.
And they would be drinking wine. I guess there is no, every time, if any time is a bad time to drink, every time is a bad time to drink. You know what I'm saying?
But they probably not eating if it's that early. So
they probably had like coffee.
Yeah, so they probably the combination of coffee and wine, and they probably lit. Yeah. Or like goofy or whatever, or just drunk from the night before.
I'm gonna show y'all that video when we get done here. It was so funny because the guy was like, "You can't knock these over," but I think he misspoke. I think he meant like it won't spill if you knock it over.
Right. But
he goes, "You can't knock these over," and then she just starts knocking them over.
Was he mad?
Yeah.
Like, why are you doing that?
Why you doing this to me? It was very funny.
You know what? I just realized halfway through that I was thinking of Kathy Griffin this whole time.
Not Kathy Griffin. Kathy Lee Gifford from Regis and Kathy Lee.
That's right. Yeah.
And then Hoda and Kathy Lee.
Yeah, she's cool. I like her.
Yeah, she's great.
That's even better Spotted.
Always real funny.
Both Spotters would have been cool, but that's cool too.
You know who Kathy Lee is, don't you, Mies?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
You know who Kathy Griffin is?
Yeah.
That's her name, right?
I don't know who
the redhead comedian.
Kathy Griffin is the redhead comedian.
Okay.
Kathy Lee.
She's cool.
Kathy Lee Gifford.
Okay. Tell them our Spotted.
Okay.
We went to Vegas, y'all.
We went to Vegas.
Won big. I'm like a millionaire now. It's crazy.
All off of gambling.
Yeah.
Put $1 on the table and said, "Let it ride." Now I'm a millionaire. We going to Vegas, and the most convenient way to get to Vegas for us is a quick flight out of the Burbank airport.
Yeah.
Literally, I showed up at boarding when they call boarding. I got TSA pre-check. There's never any lines at Burbank. It's the best airport to travel in and out of. Only issue is sometimes there's delays. Our flight was delayed about 2 hours.
Yeah.
And also, it's a short runway. So when you land, the plane hits
I know.
it's
like
yeah. And it feels like we're never going to slow down. And you looking out the window being like, wait a minute. There's a 5. Because you slow down.
I totally felt that last night. I looked out and I was like, oh, this is pretty. I can see the whole city. Wait a minute. Oh my God, we're about to hit the thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, nah. But Southwest always. Shout out to Southwest.
Send
us your product. Southwest, we'll do an ad for y'all.
We'll do an ad for Southwest. We'll do ads for Southwest. This podcast is brought to you by Southwest Airlines. Want to get away? Want a better
Also, we got to get this Athletic Greens. I've been taking that shit. That shit's been helping me.
Yeah, this is not product placement. We don't even have to talk about them today. Yeah. The podcast is sponsored by Athletic Greens and Southwest Airlines. Want a better butt?
Want a better butt?
But remember the Southwest commercial? This is what we do the whole time.
Yeah, we haven't talked about gossip.
Okay? We don't talk about the show. we go on tangents. But the what's it called?
That
commercial where they were like,
commercial.
"Thank you, Detroit." Oh
yeah,
Detroit was last
week.
Night.
He's like,
want to get away.
I used to love that shit. Yeah, want to get away.
Southwest, you are now free to move about the country.
What do you think that guy's concert type of music he was gonna do if they would have kept playing?
I think it was rap music.
Yeah, right. He felt like kind of a version of like like a Big Sean meets Kanye kind of.
Yeah.
Like he was like, thank you, Detroit.
We love you.
Detroit
was last
week. Oh, wanna get away. Want a better butt. Okay.
Pick his end.
So who do we see?
Houston, Texans. All right, so we get on the Southwest flight, right?
Yeah.
Sitting in the front, none other than bass aficionado, bass guitar aficionado, musical genius, Mr. Thundercat.
Yeah. Now
he's going to Vegas for some reason. He's taking Southwest for some reason. Now I know what you're thinking. Why is he on a Southwest flight? This is not crazy because if you remember, when we was coming back from Vegas on New Year's, right before the pandemic, New Year's 2020.
Right.
We went to Vegas to see the Chainsmokers.
We did do that.
New Year's 2019 going into 2020. And we coming back on January 2nd. We stay an extra day. And we coming back and we on Southwest, same flight, Vegas to Burbank. And Lil Jon is on our plane. You remember that?
Right. That was Lil Jon.
Man, that looked like Lil Jon. Let's see if Lil Jon was in Vegas. So we went to his Instagram.
Go ahead. Finish what you were about to say.
No, just saying because we couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
So now anything is possible. Doesn't matter how much money you have.
Yeah.
You could take Southwest.
Yeah.
Because, Southwest is a budget airline.
It seems like the most convenient. If you, especially like someone like Lil Jon, like he probably goes there all the time.
Yeah.
So it's like it just probably would financially not make. At some point, it would eat the bank account if he took a nice flight.
Every single time.
Yeah.
When you could just get on a wanna get away flight.
Yeah.
For $70 and $140 round trip.
Right.
Get to Vegas real quick. Upgrade to that A1 through A15. Pay that extra $30 or whatever. Get on that.
Yeah.
And like when we saw Lil, we didn't believe it at first. Remember we was getting our bag and we was like, man, that ain't Lil Jon. That can't be Lil Jon.
He was wearing. He also had. I had the exact same coat.
Yeah, you had the same coat as him
from Zara.
But here was the even crazier part, Meese.
Mm-hmm.
So we checked his Instagram.
Angel Meese.
Let's check his Instagram to see if he was in Vegas. Not only was he in Vegas the night before, we were like, that is him. He was DJing in Vegas. He had on the same outfit as he DJ'd in. Probably didn't go to sleep. How cool is that?
That is tight. Like we literally saw him. We saw his life.
Yeah.
Like we saw, and he was like kind of like low key. Like nobody. I wouldn't say he was in disguise, but he definitely wasn't like looking like Lil Jon.
To the untrained eye.
Yeah. Like I think me and Carl are the only ones who like noticed that he was there.
Jon. And same with Thundercat. Yeah. Although Thundercat felt more like he was trying to get noticed.
Yeah,
he was standing up
he
as
looked
we
like
were
a
boarding.
celebrity. Actually, I'll tell you my point of view because I'm gonna be real. I didn't know what he looked like, or at least when I when you say Thundercat, I don't have a picture of him immediately. So I did good this time, Carl. You would have been proud. I did the check-in. I got A9. So I'm up there in the front, and then I see this black dude with dreads, and I'm like, this guy looks famous, or he looks like he's important, but I just didn't know who he was, and we were kind of making jokes because, first of all, they delayed the flight, and it was like a comedy sketch because they were like, okay, we're gonna delay the flight. We're going to get you on right away. And then they called in 5 minutes like, sorry, there's a swarm of bees outside. I was like, what? So me and him, we was looking at us and our group, we had like a little like A group. Like, you have that A group bond?
Yeah.
We an A group. And he was like, yeah, this is crazy.
What
man.
number are you?
Yeah.
I'm A5. I'm A5. What number are you? You 6? Okay, you stand back there.
Yeah, you got to stick together.
Yeah. We got okay.
We can't be letting nobody cut up in front of us because we got A1 through 15. We are business select.
And then
I'm getting that extra row emergency seat where ain't no seat in front of me.
Exactly. That shit is really important. So
y'all was up there kicking.
We was kicking. Yeah, it's like, man, bees, man, I ain't afraid of no bees, and we just talking shit. So I'm like, this seemed like a cool dude. But his outfit was like, it was like, I'm not gonna say it was high fashion. It just looked so crazy. Mm-hmm. Like it made me wonder like what I'm gonna dress like when I become really famous because I'm like. It's like shoes were like gold. It's like his dress, like jerseys all different colors.
Gucci barrettes in his hair.
Yeah,
he got a MF Doom chain, but it was like super long chain. And that's how I knew it was him. I was like, only one person dresses like this.
Okay, so you knew. So then I get in, get my seat, and then Carl sits down next to me, and then he's like, "You see Thundercat?" And I was like, "That was Thundercat."
Yeah.
And, it was kind of cool because I was talking to him like a normal person, but I didn't know it was. I'm a fan of him. He's more known for the music, so it's hard to like remember what he looks like. And I was talking to my lady behind me. She was visiting her son. And we were talking. She was like an older woman, but she was saying her son does stunt work for like like John Wick and shit.
Oh,
so I was talking to her.
So do I.
Yeah. So that was a dope ass spot.
I probably know him from work.
Well, I was wondering because I kept trying to be like, because she was bragging about her son. And I kept like, I work, and she wouldn't let me. I was trying to tell her I work too, and she was like, no, listen to what I'm saying. I was like, I'm saying I might know this cat. Yeah.
That's hilarious.
No. Okay, but shout out to her. Hope she made it home safe to her fam. That she was cool.
See, I was back in the back of the A's. I was A38.
Yeah.
No, I was A58.
A50.
I was A30.
Like
I was A30. I was A34 on the way back. It moved up a little bit, but I was A58. So it's still the A's, but we, it's like the upper middle class. We not like we not the upper class like A1 through 15. But we still got a little bread. We just got to work for ours. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like you got you have a security patrols your neighborhood, but it ain't. It's just one guy.
Yeah,
it ain't like.
And then back there, when you start checking for people's numbers, what number are you? I'm A31. I'm A51. Cool. I'm A58. Yeah. What number are you, sir? I'm A62. Well, we can't make him like get behind us. You know what I'm saying? It's like a lawless town back there.
I know. Yeah. Up front, you gotta be strict.
You gotta be strict. But in the back, it ain't nothing you could do. And then once you're in the B's and C's, it's like, man, it don't matter, man. We finna get middle seats anyway.
Yeah.
But
so let me ask you this. Sorry, last thing about Southwest.
Well, we got two more things about Southwest. I gotta tell you what happened.
When you get in, when you get early, like when you have free reign, where do you usually what's your go-to seat?
My go-to seat is the tall guy seat. It's the emergency row seat with no seat in front of it.
Oh, okay. So it's always in the Southwest. Okay, that's good to know.
Now here's where you run the risk. If your flight is long, you run the risk of getting a snack or a drink and not having a tray table to put it on. And if the person sitting next to you is like, man, get off my tray table. Get off my fucking tray table.
Get off my tray table.
Get off my goddamn tray table. If you're doing that, then it's like, now sometimes you get like a nice lady and she's like, you can put your drink right here. And I go, thank you, madam. I am a millionaire. Your son's sick,
now,
I'll pay the bills.
I want you to know, if we crash, I will not be helping. I lied just to sit here.
But yeah, that seat is great.
Okay.
And it's always,
if you don't get that, do you prefer aisle or window?
Aisle.
Okay.
Aisle for sure.
Yeah, I like the aisle too. I got to pee a lot.
I don't even have to pee that. I never pee. Yeah. But I
know you ain't pee the whole flight.
I ain't pee the whole flight. I can't.
I'm always peeing on a flight.
I gotta think. Anything can go down.
I gotta focus.
People tripping. I gotta focus. I ain't got time to be peeing.
All right. Speaking of peeing, want to take a break?
Yes.
Okay. We'll be right back.
And we're black. Listen.
What's up? Got meats on the ones and twos.
Got meats on the wheels of steel. I got one more.
Oh yeah, one more Southwest thing.
One more Southwest
thing. I was thinking about that. I was like, I should have let him say that before.
No, and now it's like so lackluster. It was just a funny moment because I'm standing back there with Jaquise, who's in B group. Yeah, he's not supposed to be standing with me, but again, it's lawless.
It's chaos.
Our other friend went with us.
This dude is B right here. This dude is B right here.
Sorry, man, I gotta sacrifice you. You supposed to be my boys. We supposed to be brothers. Nah, man, you got to get up out of here.
Can't sit here.
You can't sit here. Seats taken. So right in front of me was young black king from Oakland, right? There was two women in front of him, two white women in front of him, and then an older white man had the business roller bag where he got the laptop case on top of the suitcase.
Oh, yeah, one of those guys.
But he had to go do something. I don't know, he go buy a fucking Pepsi or some shit.
Right.
And so he looks up, and he skips the two women that are right behind him.
Wow.
To ask the the homie in front of me, can you watch my bag while I go?
Really?
And we all stand there looking at it. Yeah. And I immediately go, why'd he ask you? There's two people in front of you. It was just a moment of being like, we were all confused. That's like, why did
he was like, I don't know.
He's like, I don't know, but now I feel responsible for this dude's bags.
That's really funny.
Just a funny moment.
Oakland dude?
Oakland
king?
And then we ended up becoming friends.
I wonder if he just felt like, I feel like this dude, he ain't gonna let nobody fuck with it or something.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's probably what it was. He was like, he's three large black gentlemen right here. Ain't gonna let nobody do nothing in my bag. Yeah. And we weren't. We were protecting that bag with our lives.
At least he, trusted y'all.
Yeah.
See, not all white people are bad in America.
Yeah, stop saying that, Meese.
Yeah, Meese. Ever since we got here, she's been
talking about how white people are just so bad. Speaking of bad white people, this episode is a humdinger.
Humdinger. I was like, yo, totally worth it. I mean, look, I'm not gonna front. Last 2 episodes, I figured it out, so I didn't want to tell you.
You did a great job.
Yeah.
It was no spoilers. So here's what. This happens every time. Go through my process. I told you what my day was today. So when I woke up this morning, before the gym, I had like a little bit of time before I had to get up and start freshening up. And, drinking my athletic greens and protein shake.
Real quick, when you do your athletic greens, you just pour it in a cup and stir it around?
I put the water in first, which is not normal. Usually, let's say I'm making Country Time lemonade or Kool-Aid from what's it called? I put that into the cup. I put that into the receptacle. I put that into the receptacle first and then pour water on top.
Exactly.
However, with athletic greens, with the bottle that they give you, I fill it up, and now I don't even it says 12 ounces, which leaves like that much space at the top of that bottle they give you. Man, I time it out in my head now. I'm a genius. I'm a beautiful mind.
All that athletic, all them adaptogens.
Filled 12 ounce right on the dot. Put my scoop in there. Shake it up. Shake it up.
Ain't nothing better than shaking that shit.
Shake it up.
Feel like you're really taking care of yourself.
And then you drink that motherfucker, and it's like, man, ultimate daily nutritional insurance.
These niggas getting free commercials.
Yeah, I know. We're not getting paid for this.
They pay us $10 for this shit. Okay.
I keep thinking, like, how are we going to make money off this podcast? This is free work.
Okay. All right. Go back. What you said?
I got one more question about Vegas.
Okay.
Because this reminded me of this.
Okay.
After such a great segue, too. But me and a dude start talking. Me, him, and Jaquise start talking. He talking about how we coming out here for my pop's birthday. We staying in Summerlin. I was like, where you staying at? We staying at the Aria. So we staying out in Summerlin, man. But we gonna hit the strip though.
Right.
And then at that moment in my head, I get the anxiety of like, well, do I invite this guy to hang out with us?
Right.
Because we've been talking for a moment now, and the whole time we're waiting on the swarm of bees to get under control before we get on the plane.
Meanwhile, the guy's out there like, quick, get that shit.
He's getting carried away by the bees. Like you just see a guy floating by, like, a swarm of bees carrying him away.
He's like, okay, looks like the bees are gone. Come on, folks.
My brother was working out there while he was working down.
Really?
The gate, but
he's like, don't joke about that.
Hey, that was a hard day. We lost one of our. My brother called me like, man, I'm distraught, man. I lost one of my coaching days. Oh man, oh no, how did he die? What happened? He got hit by a plane or something? No, a swarm of bees carried him away, dropped him in the Burbank Mountains.
They warned us about that in training.
Yeah,
but everybody was bullshit. They thought shit would never happen. It was fucking bullshit.
Yeah, they warned us. It's like bees like the airport. So I immediately thought. So do you think, Mies, that when you meet somebody in line like that, and they're around your age, they seem to have, similar sensibilities to you, y'all get...
You're like, this guy seems like a cool guy.
He's a peer.
A peer, And we chatting, and we about to go to a place where we're going to do nothing but party and hang out and walk around. Right. It wouldn't have been nothing for him to tag along. Right. That's actually happened to us when we was there for New Year's. Yeah. We met this guy at a bar who just he was already sitting at a table, and it was like 5 of us, and we were like, it was a 6-person table, and it was a guy sitting by himself at a 5-person, and we were like, yo man, can we sit with you? And then that dude ended up kicking it with us the whole night. It was a really cool guy.
Yeah, but we never saw him again.
Don't remember his name.
Definitely, I'm sure he has a memory that he tells his friends, like, I hung out with these really cool guys in Vegas once. I had no one to hang out with. And
I know nobody. This is arrogant of me to think, but you ever think he's like watching the show and be like, that motherfucker, I kicked it with that dude in Vegas, and his friends be like, man, you bullshit.
They don't believe it.
We kicked it with that guy.
I'm telling y'all,
it was him. And then the Marquand episode, he's like, him too.
Yeah, he was there. I'm telling you, one of those guys were there. I bet he does. I mean, he seemed like a kind of guy that would watch Grand Crew.
Do you think that I was supposed to extend the invite? This is what goes on in my anxious mind sometimes. It's like, man, I feel bad for not. Because once we got on the plane, it was like, all right, man, safe travels. Yeah. And then we didn't greet each other on the way off the plane.
I don't think so. I think it's okay.
Well, Reese, you seem very mean.
So I think it depends. Like, I would have done it probably. But I don't know.
It was equally in his court, right? Like, he could have just been like, hey, like, I'm going to do this. You guys want to meet up?
Let me get y'all a number. Like, I'll hit y'all up.
Yeah. But then if he had done that, I'd have been like,
I don't want to hang out with that guy.
No thanks, man.
Yeah. Nah, I think the airport, like how we did it when it was like a dude in the bar and it was like easier to like connect and get to know him. I feel like airport meets are like that was a good experience, but let's keep it on the plane. You know what I mean? Like, what happens on the plane stays on the plane. But in the city, I feel like, it's like, okay, we're talking, we're having a good time. We about to go over here. You trying to parole? That makes more sense, I think. But so
now, what if we had randomly ran into him in the
cool.
hotel? They'd be like, "Oh shit, dude, the plane."
Yeah.
Let's go get drinks.
Then that would have been like, that meant
that would have been meant to be.
Yeah.
Okay. You know what else is meant to be?
Blair and Dan.
Blair and Dan is meant to be. This shit is happening. This is when it's starting. That kind of got spoiled for me a little bit, and now I'm like,
you see it though?
Yeah. I'm like, oh, this shit is about to. I kind of like. That to me is like fun writing. Even if they didn't get romantic. I would have done it if I had a road. And I don't know what's going to happen. I just know that they develop a relationship at this point. But I would have wrote it to where they just become really good friends. And it ain't nothing, nothing extra.
Yeah, definitely interesting. I can't remember what happens, but I just, I didn't realize I didn't see that coming in this episode. Yeah. All right, it was like, oh, cool. It also, I think that's why I like this episode. I kind of like they're kind of fun together, just from a general TV standpoint.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's why I think they just like two foils, Martin and Pam.
Yeah. So Dan and Blair, Martin and Pam.
They'd be
like, you know what, you're kind of cool.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Yeah, they always dissing each other. That's hilarious. What if the writers, the show writer was just watching Martin and Pam I got it.
This is Dan. So Serena is starting her treatment at the Ostroff Center.
Yeah. Eric just supporting the fuck out of her.
I know.
Shit.
He's like, whatever she wants, she gonna get. And she's like, no contact, 72 hours, no contact, no phone, no nothing. I'm like, of course. There's always got to be something that messes everything up.
I was like, now why would that be an issue?
Yeah.
Of course.
No contact, no nothing. So it's hard to make Dan.
Yeah.
Dan and Blair, they teaming up because they about to,
They figured it all out. This the whole plan.
Serena didn't get. She didn't do this. Yeah. This was Juliet. So they figured out. They got her. They got their plan. Right. They know that Juliet was the one that did it. Yeah. Meanwhile, the captain, they think he's screwing over.
Nate out here.
He found a house in Rhinebeck. Shout out to Rhinebeck.
Oh yeah. Is that what he said? Rhinebeck. Yeah, that's where Zeke from.
Yeah, Rhinebeck, New York is where our teammate and good friend Zeke Nicholson is from.
So you think he says, when you ask him where he's from, do you think he says Rhinebeck or he says New York? What do you say? He says
New York. He says upstate New York.
Yeah.
See, that's the New York thing. When they from upstate, they don't just say New York. They say they have to say upstate New York because I guess
people will assume New York City.
World.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, like that because I'm not one of those New York City people.
Mm-hmm.
I'm an upstate guy. Okay, interesting.
Upstate guy.
All right, I know. Okay.
So Juliet skipped town. She out of there.
She live here anymore.
Gossip Girl gets them the address to Cornwall, Connecticut.
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
shout out to Connecticut.
Serena is having her first flashback of where'd all this shit happen? She's talking to the therapist, who is Gossip Girl.
Yeah. That was definitely Gossip Girl, right?
She
was like, so tell me more. Even though I know all of this already.
Yeah. That has to be Gossip Girl. I'm like, I know I've been joking about the Gossip Girl being a random black person on this show, but I'm like, this is ridiculous.
That's Gossip.
This feels like a huge.
It feels like the writers found out we were doing that bit and was like, we're gonna help you. We're gonna do this. Okay.
So that she goes, well, I went to board. I got sent away to after the dude died.
Yeah.
I got sent away to boarding school in Cornwall, Connecticut. I said,
right.
Yeah. First humdinger of the episode.
Right.
Oh my gosh.
I'm like,
it's a bell type episode right here.
Yeah.
When it's a humdinger means we ring this bell.
Yeah. I was because Blair and Dan are just pulling up, and that was kind of cool. Shout out to Gossip Girl for. So I like how she was like, man, go get that bitch, because they were like, we're gonna tell Gossip Girl what she did to Serena, and then she'll help us.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
and
Gossip Girl got good morals.
Because they don't know who Gossip Girl is. They got her email address, but they hit her up and told her yo, the pictures that you posted was fake. It was all this girl. And Gossip Girl, even though she be putting all their business out, she's she wants to be their friend or something like that.
Yeah.
Which is why I thought Juliet was Gossip Girl.
Oh yeah.
When she first popped up.
Yeah, because she had a lot of information too.
Ton of info on them. And I think that was a misdirect that they wanted.
Yeah.
Be like, oh my God, is this Gossip Girl? So Chuck and Lily are doing some type of business where they trying to sell the hotel or something. I don't know. Something's going on with this.
Yeah, they're basically just trying to get the board to to be. What are they doing? I don't know.
I don't know what they're doing.
I was literally just talking out my ass.
But I know that Lily's being like, we got to keep the Serena business out.
Yeah.
But Serena told Eric that she wanted everybody to know where she was.
That's stupid.
Yeah, it was dumb as hell.
Like I get why she doesn't like that Lily does that, but also like it's still like a dumb thing to do. It's like you don't gotta like you don't have to make it harder for her.
Because a funny scene was when the party started at the end. We're gonna get to that.
Yeah.
When the party started at the end, they Lily's like, oh, Serena needed a breather.
Yeah, yeah.
And then Eric walked up and goes, she's at the off-drop center getting treated for drugs. Yeah. And then Lily was like, sometimes being an adult means decorum.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, you don't need to blurt out exactly what's happening. Right?
Yeah, it's like, you're a child. Like, that was such a childish thing to do.
Huge.
Even though, I mean, Eric don't know any better.
He just loved his sister.
Yeah.
So Dan and Blair go into the house in Cornwall. They drive up to Cornwall. She roasted his car. I don't know where Dan got that car from. He got
I know that shit was cracking me up every time they did the wide shot. And they were like, all right, to the next stop.
Yeah. She's like, are we moving?
Hilarious.
She said, I'm pretty sure I could kick a hole through the floor and pedal faster.
You see the part when they all got in the car? Well, we'll get to it.
Yeah.
Remind me to talk about this.
All right.
Okay. I'm gonna just tell you real quick.
Yeah.
Because when they left Juliet's mama's house. And they're like, quick, we got to go. And they all got in the car. And then you hear Blair go, wee! That shit was hilarious. I was like, she must have ad-libbed that. That shit was funny as hell.
So they get to the house in Cornwall. And they're like, oh, she's rich? Why was she pretending to be poor if she's rich? But that wasn't her house. That was somebody else's house. There's a party going on there.
Right.
Damien, drug dealing Bay.
Back at it. I did not expect to see his ass. But he was over there selling weed and shit.
Everybody. That party was insane. But it also didn't look fun.
Yeah, it looked kind of stressful.
Yeah, it looked stressful as hell. So this party, you didn't watch it. At this party, it's just a bunch of kids, and everybody just like taking off their shirts and doing body shots, and a couple over here is making out, and two girls over here making out, and then there's smoke everywhere, and people are popping pills, and it's like, I'm like, this shit don't look fun. Like,
yeah, it looked like a hellscape. It looked like they were like the AD was like, all right, we got to make you guys over here. You guys are gonna do drugs. You guys, you kiss each other. You make out. And it's like, but it looked like a really.
We're giving a $10 bump to whoever wants to take their shirt off. No nudity, just take your shirt off.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'll do it.
It was so weird. Okay, but yeah, Damien was in there like, what the fuck y'all doing here?
Yeah.
Up in Cornwall.
They walk into
Cornwall Crip, homie.
And the song's going, I was thinking about her, thinking about me, thinking about us. What we gonna be?
The music was on point this episode.
Yeah, it was only just a dream.
Did we get to the flashback yet?
No, we're about to get there right now.
Yeah.
So the flashback to Serena, she at the nightly school because she didn't tell him about being in Cornwall.
Yeah.
And Damien is a nerd doing her homework.
Yeah, that shit was.
You see how he played that shit? Yeah. How he played that shit was insane. I remember her saying that. Oh, I went to boarding school with that guy. I remember.
Right.
But like,
I didn't know he was like a dork though.
Yeah.
That makes so much more sense why he was like still into her still when he came back in town.
Serena, I was thinking B-. She goes, I want an A+. And it's like Serena's doing like the white girl
Soulja Boy
up in it. She's like, oh, I love this song. I thought she was about to do this. Soulja Boy had a dance.
I was like, yo.
You can't say, oh, I love this song. And then
it's how white girls dance. They be like,
they do this.
It's like, ooh. White girls dance like during a tornado, but the tornado slow down. But yeah, I was like, watch me. I feel like the part of me is like, that's a hate crime. You can't just dance you can't do your own dance to Soulja Boy like that.
No, you gotta do the Soulja Boy dance. You at least gotta do the you.
Yeah, at least do something.
Even if you didn't memorize the steps.
Especially when you stop the party, you're like, okay, everybody shut up. This is my song.
Means I'm
not gonna do the thing.
I don't want to guess your age. Well, I don't want you to tell me your age. I'm not gonna ask you for your age. But are you a part of the Soulja Boy generation?
Yes.
Okay. So we were around the same age, probably.
Yeah. So that song was hard. That still go hard.
That came out when I was in high school, and I had never seen the video, and suddenly everyone knew the dance.
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah.
But like,
was the dance in the video? Like,
how
did we find out about the dance?
Here's how we found out about the dance, and this is what's crazy.
Yeah.
Soulja Boy. So there's this running gag.
You know the history of this.
There's this running gag that Soulja Boy is like the Forrest Gump of hip hop.
Right.
And he was like at the start of everything. But this is real because when YouTube first came out in like 04, 05,
right,
Soulja Boy's music got popular on YouTube. He was the first like YouTube rapper. Right. And he was teaching those dances on YouTube, just like in parking lots and shit. Right. Because the song itself didn't come out until like a year after it got popular on YouTube.
Right. Because I remember us in Atlanta, we knew people were doing a dance at the club, but the video hadn't even come out yet.
No. Because the video didn't come out till like 2007.
Right.
But that song was popular in like 05, 06. I remember I was like a 10th grader when that song was popping, and everybody knew that
Watch
like,
me, you.
Yeah. Clink, clunk,
Shit was
clunk.
hard.
I got me some bathing apes. She got a dunk. That was my shit. She got a dunk was my shit.
That shit was classic. Soulja Boy is a fucking legend. I wish he was in that scene. I wish he, like, if I would have wrote that scene, she would have been dancing, and then Soulja Boy walked in, like, stop it. Stop right now.
You dance to my song. Serena.
And then she just kissed. It was good. This was just some good insight into Serena.
Yes.
I was like, I didn't know it was like that.
She was wilding.
Yeah.
This is the first time, because they always allude to how crazy she was.
Yeah.
This is the first time I really seen her really doing. I was like, oh, she was really. First of all, she was doing a shot of absinthe.
Yeah. What the fuck?
They were drinking absinthe.
Yeah.
She was like, you have to let the sugar cube melt and then pour it in.
It's crazy how she probably just went to that school and ruined all those kids.
Yeah, I know. That's why they all at that house now.
Yeah.
That house of ill repute.
Yeah. She's like, Serena the legend. She taught us everything.
Yeah. But Damien was there. He was a nerd, right?
Yeah.
And so.
And she kissed his ass. That was crazy.
Yeah. Wait a minute. Where am I? Hold on.
So, yeah, that Dan,
Dan
and Blair.
Yeah, so Dan and Blair, they get to, they leaving the house and Juliet. Oh, wait. Yeah, they leaving the party house.
Yeah.
And they going back to the car to go to Juliet's mom's house.
Right,
Damien's going to take them to Juliet's mom's
Yeah.
house. And so they get in the car and pull off. But Juliet's sitting right there in her mom's car.
She's
and
like,
she got she in the Mercury. It was such a, like, this whole episode is called The Townie.
Yeah.
Which I guess is a play on The Town by the Boston movie.
Yeah.
She, because it was Cornwall, Connecticut or Massachusetts? Yeah,
Cornwall, Connecticut,
yeah. So she's driving in a Mercury.
Yeah,
and I'm just like, that's such a townie car.
Yeah.
You know,
like, I'm a broke person.
Yeah, I'm broke, but we live in a huge house. So she sees them. She turns her head as they drive by. So she's smart as hell. She catch on to the whole place.
I know. She's like,
they in town. They finna get me. Like,
yeah.
But
I love that her strategy was just like, man, I'm about to just kill Serena.
Yeah.
she's like, we gotta take her out.
Yeah.
It's like, what?
They show up to Juliet's mom's house.
Yeah.
And Juliet's like, oh, you went to, she was like, oh, we're friends from the city.
Yeah.
And she was like, oh, do you guys know Ben as well? Or
this
whatever?
was crazy. This is what I was like.
So this is when we found out. She blurted this out to some strangers.
Mm-hmm.
Turns out Ben is in prison for statutory.
Right.
R.
Humdinger. So this is crazy. I mean, we don't have to ring our bell for it, but it's at that moment, it was crazy because when they were at the house, they were like, wait, you know Ben? No, because she goes, oh, yeah, if y'all went to Knightley, then y'all must know her brother's teaching there. And then the mom just like, you could tell the mom was just bitter, like, she was like, yeah, and he's still innocent, no matter what they say.
No matter what they say.
And I was like, what the fuck?
I'm sorry, I'm gonna make you guys some sandwiches.
Yeah, and some tea. I'll be right back. But my son is innocent, goddammit.
Yeah.
And then they were like, the fuck?
And then
they still don't really know yet.
This was a humdinger for me. This made me sat up in the bed.
Mm-hmm. I was like, yo, this is actually working. Even though, cause we've been talking shit because. What episode is 11?
It's 11.
This storyline has been going on for
season 3, like episode 16.
Yeah.
And we've been like, what the fuck is happening? Why is this happening?
Yeah, and they finally revealed it. And I was like, there's no way this is going to be interesting. And then, of course, it worked.
It worked.
I was like, all right.
It was interesting.
Yeah. And I was like,
so that's why they hate Serena.
Yeah, that's why she was doing that.
Because Serena was going crazy at the school. She's the one. Did we get there?
Where she telling the story.
This is it.
Because she's telling the story to Gossip Girl.
She got accused of sleeping with him because Serena's a little promiscuous. She a little,
Yeah, she was out there.
She was out there. She had a little coffee. She was flirting with the dude. Mm-hmm. And you could tell that he had a little glimmer, a little twinkle in his eye.
Yeah, he was a young, I mean, whatever, it's no excuse, but he was like a young guy.
He's a young guy. He's like early
teacher.
20s teacher. Kind of like a Miss Carr situation, kind of. But
it was like reverse Miss Carr.
Reverse Miss Carr. Miss Carr's innocent all the way.
Yeah.
But, because Dan was 18.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Serena wasn't 18. Serena was like 15.
She was like 15. She was pretty young.
Yeah.
And then, but they seem to be both really generally bonding over like literature and shit.
She went after him. And then, so there was one night where they went to this like bed and breakfast. It was raining hard outside.
Yeah.
He had a flat tire. They get to this bed and breakfast.
Mm-hmm.
Damien is eating with his parents in the bed and breakfast.
Yeah, he see it.
With like prosthetics on. The way they did his hair, he was just like, wow.
He was like, what? Oh, yeah, he looked so weird as a young person.
He was like in love with Serena.
Yeah.
And did they mention that though? Did they say he had a crush on Serena? When he was walking around with
he didn't mention it in this episode. We just knew from before.
Okay.
But.
So he clearly was like, oh, this is happening. So they pull up to the bed and breakfast. It's raining. And then he's like, all right, well, I'm going to go outside, brave this rain, and fix this tire. And
so
Serena's like,
home.
so I can drop you off and you can get back home. Serena's like, nah, what you talking about? Let's get a room.
Yeah.
And he's like, Serena.
He's like, I can't do that.
I can't do that. But he did like move her like little hair to the side.
He did do that. I was like, you ain't innocent,
you ain't fully innocent, homeboy.
But he definitely didn't. I mean, it was like he left. Like or he was like, what did he say? It was a nice quote. He's like, I know you, because Serena says, I know you're thinking you want it.
Thinking about it.
And then he says, thinking one thing and acting on it is what separates humans from beasts.
Yes. And then she was like, you're not going to quote your way out of this.
Yeah.
I was like, God damn,
Serena was like, I want you.
Was like, I want you. I got to have you. She was really trying to get at this dude.
Like, they got breakfast in bed here.
Yeah, exactly. They got breakfast in bed. And then he was like, also, it would be crazy if this clearly grown-ass man checked into a hotel with a 15-year-old girl, and the person who ran the hotel was like, all right.
Right. No, it's like, well, it is we ask no questions.
Yeah. No questions at the bed and breakfast. At the Cornwall B&B.
But what's dope, the way they wrote the episode was so dope because the flashbacks were from different points of view. So this flashback is from Serena's point of view because she's talking to Gossip Girl, and she's like telling her he's the only person who's ever said no to me ever.
Like, how many times has this happened?
And she basically was like, he's a good guy. Yeah. She like, not as an adult, she's looking back like he's a really good guy.
Because they have alluded to over the series that Serena be smashing teachers.
Yeah.
Like this ain't something new. And
right.
Like, so he said no. He's like, I'm gonna go fix the tire. Yeah. He's tripping. But Damien's in the other room getting food with his family, and he's like, oh, I'm finna tell. He went and snitched.
Yeah, he told everybody.
Serena smashing the teacher.
Yeah.
So the teacher got fired. Also went to jail because, and we'll get to that. We'll get to that part.
Basically, they go. How did they? Wait, did Dan and Blair? Oh wait, did we skip over when Juliet called Ben? And she was like, I'm going to the Offstrap Center, and he was like, I gotta stop you.
No, this is right now.
Okay.
Juliet calls Ben and was like, they in Cornwall right now. They here, Blair and Dan here. They finna get me.
Yeah.
So
the jig is up.
And he's like, what are you doing? What are you doing?
He's like, I told you not to do that.
I told you not to give him no pills. You went too far. And she's like, well, I don't care. What you gonna do to me? You in jail. Right. Blah, blah. So he's like, no, Serena, no. Because Juliet's basically about to go to the rehab center that Serena's in and kill her.
Yeah, they didn't like say. Like, I don't know what her plan was, but she was like, we got to end this. I'm ending this now.
Yeah.
Like, what is he about to do?
What are you going to do to her?
I don't know. But Ben definitely seemed to think, like, she's in danger. And then Nate just happened to be walking by, visiting his daddy. And he's like, yo, Nate, you don't know me.
Hey, Archibald. You don't know. Nate was walking out.
I was part of Juliet's plan to take y'all down, but now I regret it.
I skipped a part because this shit was stupid. He was like, I got TV privileges.
Oh, yeah.
Games. I was like, you can't just watch TV with your dad in jail.
It made me, I want to know for sure, because I was like, that's crazy. I was like, is that even remotely
I got to do
possible?
some research on maybe low security prison.
Yeah.
But it ain't a low security prison because they snatched him away from that gate when he was trying to, he was like, you got to go check on Serena. My sister's about to do something crazy.
Yeah. They was locked down. This was prison. They in prison. No way.
Yeah.
That was the way they'll let a citizen in.
I got TV privileges. Come on, let's go down to the. Also, I'll be like, no.
Yeah, I don't want to
go. I don't want to go watch TV with a bunch of prisoners.
With a bunch of inmates.
Yeah.
I would have loved to see that scene. It's just Nate and his dad and a bunch of like
dudes in orange. Yeah.
He was like, well, go. He's having a blast.
Somebody come by Nate and go phone check.
Yeah. If I was there, I would have been like, that sounds cool, Dad, but I'm gonna just watch it back in the house.
Yeah. I'm gonna catch.
I'm glad we worked that out.
You about to get out? I'll see when you get out.
Yeah.
So.
But yeah, but just to say what happened, he basically found out that Captain was actually trying to do a good thing. He was trying to take his wife to like something special or whatever.
And Rhinebeck, where they met, home with Zeke Nicholson.
Yeah.
And so.
What if he was like, I was trying to take her to where we met to go see Zeke.
Yeah,
like,
Zeke's
what?
improv team. Okay. We love Zeke's Williams College improv team. Okay, so the flashback, and then Juliet calls Ben to take matter on him. Mm-hmm. All right, so they at the party.
Right.
But wait, we get to the Ostrov Center. Juliet pulls up.
And I don't know how she got in there.
How in the hell did she sneak into a rehab center?
Yeah.
But she's in there.
She was in the room with Serena.
Serena's like, what the hell are you doing?
Oh, this part had me dying.
What happened?
When he was like, Serena was like, what did she? She's like, look, you won. It's fine. No, she goes, all right, it was me. I did everything. I did that. I'm the reason you're here. She basically confessing to Serena, just telling her, I'm the reason you're in here. I drugged you. I posted those pictures. I had a blast doing it. And then Serena's like, I know, but like, why? Is it just because of Nate? And she's like, no, you dumbass.
Yeah.
It's like, you ruined my brother's life. It's just funny that, like, Serena, she's like the last one, and she still don't know what the fuck is going on.
She's like, who's your brother? She's like, Ben Blackbird. What's his name?
Ben Blackbird.
Ben Shapiro.
Benjamin Button. No, I think it was Cromwell. No, that's Connecticut.
Anyway, what is it? She's like, it's Professor so-and-so.
He's like, that's your brother?
That's your brother?
Yeah,
that's crazy, man. How's he doing?
Yeah,
she didn't even know.
I know. She had no idea.
How's he doing? How did you not hear about any of this?
That is kind of nuts. Like, even if you didn't think, even if we found out later she's not the one who who said this, but like, you would I know about every teacher who's been to jail from my high school.
Me too.
I've heard about
the ones
all
that went to jail after I left.
Yeah.
And it was a ton.
There's a bunch of them. I mean, I had at least 2 or 3.
It was 3. There's been like 3 or 4.
That shit happens a lot.
It's crazy.
People don't talk about that enough.
I mean, come on. Like, there's as many creeps as there are in the world.
Yeah.
Like, you think everybody who gets into the profession ain't, like, a couple of them ain't gonna be
right. Like, it's like if you take the ratio of, like, okay, because it's like you could just, and a lot of them are coaches, but like mine was a coach.
Yeah.
The one at my school, he was a football coach, so they probably don't really screen the coaches like that. I feel like
there was a music teacher.
There
was a English teacher. There was a administrator.
Damn.
Had some crazy shit on his computer.
Homies be creeps, but also like the school, we got to pay teachers more. I think.
Yeah.
I think the whole thing, if we pay teachers more, then they would start being way more selective about who they hire.
Yes.
Because they probably just take anybody who's going to get a check, and that's all these creepy ass people be sneaking in there.
Exactly.
Facts. All right.
Facts.
We're gonna do our post-political podcast after we talk about this. Okay.
But so where we at here in the draft? Anthony Richardson to the Colts. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Very nice. I'm glad he got picked up that early. Quarterback out of Florida. Anyway, so back to Gossip Girl.
Yeah. So they at the party. We at the this is my type of party.
Yeah. So Lily is throwing an event for the investors or for whoever it is.
Yeah. It seems like they're just trying to take care of them or something.
And
Chuck Bass and Lily Bass are like this.
Yeah.
I love their relationship because he really has no parents. Like, she's like his mom
right
basically.
now.
Yeah.
Here's what's crazy.
Yeah.
This shit's finna hit the fan.
Oh yeah, big.
We got to start every time we say shit's finna hit the fan. We got to bring that fan and put it.
Okay,
yeah. And, dog turd at it.
Just throw like fake poop.
Yeah,
it breaks immediately.
So they there.
Okay.
Eric does the shit we talked about earlier.
Yeah.
The party's going on. Rufus is walking around like, man, something.
Yeah, like something going on. They ain't giving me no storylines.
Yeah, they didn't give me no storylines. So anyway, Serena pulls up.
Yeah.
And Juliet pulls up. Nate's like, what the fuck you doing here?
Yeah.
He's like, it's okay. I'm here for Serena. Then the other two pull in.
Yeah.
Because they got a call from, Nate being like, Serena's fucked up.
I don't know how they got back to New York that fast. Connecticut's at least a 2-hour drive. Like, I guess they could have gone back.
Not in Dan's little piece of shit. But they at the party. Like, Lily's addressing the place, and Serena walks up, blows her whole shit up. My mom did it.
Yeah. She's a lying, conniving, selfish piece of shit.
Yeah, she did this to me, did that. And then, so they go off.
Yeah.
And then
I love that Lily was just like, oh, she's just mad because I didn't let her use a
private jet to go to Belize this weekend.
She's
just mad, teenagers be angsty. Yeah. And so they all talking, and they're like, and Blair, this made me team Blair for this episode because she is like, we gotta put this girl, like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
And Serena's like, no, we're not putting no more of this person's family
in jail.
And Serena's like, Blair's like, well, okay, yeah, that's good. Yeah. He can get out of jail.
Right.
But like, she did some crazy shit.
You just gonna let all that shit go?
No, man.
She literally drugged you and got you committed.
Yeah.
And then
she got to do some time.
This is when I felt the Dan connection. And Dan was like, this is the first time I think I've heard this whole series Dan say this phrase. And he said, Blair's right, Serena.
Yeah.
And I was like,
there it is.
Shit.
There it is.
Blair and Dan.
They going off.
I don't know.
And then the enemy of the state turns on but as people are leaving the party,
yeah,
a dude from the board comes up to Rufus, and it's like,
does, yeah.
you guys gotta be a little bit cleaner if y'all gonna sell this company.
Right.
And Rufus is like,
sell the company.
and he goes, you didn't know?
Yeah, that shit was hilarious.
Yeah, he didn't know.
Rufus
He didn't know that they trying to sell Bass Industries.
Lily is.
Lily's trying to sell Bass Industries.
Oh yeah, because earlier, so Chuck, when Chuck and Lily were kind of chilling and hanging out, getting ready for the party or whatever, Chuck said, I appreciate you taking over the company for me, but I do want to come back in at some point.
Yeah.
And she was like, oh, don't worry, we'll talk about that later. And I was like, what's that? What's she got going on?
Mm-hmm.
But that's why, because she's gonna try to sell it from under him. That was crazy.
Yeah.
I want to know more about why she's doing that. See, I have a theory. Like I said, I don't remember, so it's not a spoiler. I have this theory she's gonna leave Rufus, and I think she's trying to sell the company and take the money. I don't know.
I feel like I could see that if Rufus don't leave her first, because this episode he was like,
yeah,
he on some bullshit.
I know.
Because then they all the shit come to her, and Serena's like, man, you had that innocent dude put in jail, and she's like, well, I was trying to protect you. It's like, you had an innocent man put in jail.
Right. Yeah, so this what happened. Basically,
she signed an affidavit.
She signed it in Serena's name. So just so you know that we ain't out here defending this cat.
Yeah.
Basically, Lily, he never touched her, but Lily signed this thing saying that he had sex with her under her daughter's name, and they gave it to the DA. So then he ended up having to go to jail. Mm-hmm. But Serena knew nothing about it. Nothing. So she did that debate because she couldn't get. The schools were hearing about her, and no one wanted to take her. So she was like, "We're gonna put this. I want to bury this whole thing."
Yeah, because she was like really partying at that nightly school.
Yeah,
and the schools were hearing about her. She wasn't finna get back in Constance, which is the school where they all met at.
So it's Lily wild. Threw an innocent person in jail. And no wonder this dude is mad.
Yeah, yeah, he mad as hell. That's why he kept trying to get his revenge. He's like, I'm literally not supposed to be in here. Yeah, you got to take Serena down.
And it seemed like that's what also was crazy. Like he actually seemed. I mean, aside from like the little hair thing he did with her, he generally did seem like a good guy, like a better guy than he. Joe literally made him into a bad guy.
Yeah,
like,
which he was like, does.
Yeah, he was like, I'm like, now I want it. Now I want to take her down. Now,
yeah.
Shit.
But that's why Julia was doing all the shit.
Yeah,
but it's all on Lily. And then so Lily's been conniving everybody.
Yeah. And
then Rufus come down. It's like, look at you. Can't nobody trust you. What you talking about? Yeah. You literally gonna sell the company and you ain't even tell Charles.
Yeah, yeah.
And you ain't even tell Chuck.
You got something you want to tell Chuck?
Yeah. And Chuck is like, what?
Yeah.
I trusted you.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm like, what you think? I want my company
like,
back.
Oh, thank you. I was like, yo, Chuck. Oh man.
Lily's always done some crazy shit, but this is the most conniving stuff that she's
I was surprised, and it was all coming out like. I'm not ready to give up on Lily yet.
Yeah.
I want to know more about why she's trying to sell it though.
Yeah.
That shit was fucked up. The shit she did to Ben was fucked up.
Yeah.
But
I was even a little bit on Serena's side. Serena don't take accountability for nothing.
Yeah.
But I was a little bit on her side
she
was
like, I didn't do this, but I also it was just confusing. The whole situation is confusing because she didn't know any of this. If she knew, I feel like she would have said something. But I guess Lily really good at that's why her whole thing is like keeping the image, the family image on the wraps or whatever. But it was like everybody was mad at Lily.
Yeah, everybody.
She was about to cry. Like she was like, "I'm sorry, I was just trying to help y'all."
Yeah,
I was kind of emotional during that scene. It was crazy. And then everyone left, and then Ruth was the only one left. And he's like, "Come on, Ruth. It's just me, baby.
It's me, baby.
Come on,
it's Big Lil.
It's Big Lil.
It's me."
Nah, I don't know. Man. I gotta go for a walk.
Yeah, I gotta walk to Brooklyn.
Yeah,
can't go back to my old place. They done had so many problems in their very short marriage. They should not be together.
I know their relationship's worse than Chuck and Blair's.
Yeah,
he could be with someone way more stable.
Yeah,
I was like, okay.
So they back at the Empire Hotel. Everybody's sitting around the table.
This is a week later, so it's Christmas, that confused the shit out of me. I was like, what the fuck is going on?
Serena, Dan, the original crew. The gang's back together.
They all friends now. Everyone believes each other now. Yeah. It's cool.
And but everybody finna split off and go do their own shit. So like for the holiday, where you finna go for Christmas and everything? Yeah. Chuck is like, I got a plane to catch. I'm going to New Zealand.
Yeah.
This hits Blair because she don't understand what's popping off.
Yeah.
And then Nate's like, I got to go to grandfather's.
Yeah.
And Serena's like, I'm finna drive to.
Yeah, I'm gonna go try to get this dude out of jail.
Yeah, I'm gonna go dude out of jail. And she's talking like, Dan, do you want to come with me?
So she must still like this cat.
She's acting like she do, but Dan is now like.
Well, so Blair, this is why Blair is tight. So Blair, even though she was being mean about it, when it was in the punch buggy, she was like, I liked it. She was like, so when you date, what'd you like about Serena? Because even though she was kind of, this is when they didn't know that Serena didn't put him in jail, or she was kind of slut shaming Serena for a second, but she was like, see, you can't be fucking with Serena. She's crazy. You end up in jail fucking with her. And then, and then she said to Dan, like, look at you. Look, you're pathetic. Like, he was like, ever since you started dating Serena, when's the last time you wrote something? And I was like, and he was like, I wrote something. He's like, he couldn't think of nothing. He's like, yeah, you ain't doing shit. He's like, she not good for you, homie. So that was, I think Blair was in his head at that moment.
That makes sense. Sure. Yeah. Because she was like, come with me. And he's like, I'm going to stick around here, go watch some movies and get some writing done. Yeah. Like, shut up. Yeah. I hate when people say get some writing done.
I know. I started saying that shit now, too. I got to get some writing done.
That's such a common thing that people say in our industry, and it's annoying. So don't nobody be getting no fucking writing done. He does. He actually does. Yeah, that's when he says we'll be trying to make night plans. We'll be in the group chat being like, "What's good for the night? Y'all trying to hit up a bar or something?" He's like, "Nah, I'm in for the night. Gotta get some writing done." I'm like, it's 10 o'clock. What writing are you getting done right now?
The night owls. Yeah.
You had all day to get some writing done.
I'd be like, no, I do, because I'd be like, because I like to go out. So when I have to, because but I actually just finished this feature script. It's amazing.
Congratulations. So
I'm going to be out. You ain't going to hear that from me for a while. But I feel like people be like, I'm going to get some writing done. They type that text, and then they just watch TV.
Yeah, I don't feel like going out. I wish I liked being at home. Are you a homebody?
I'm 50-50.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you like to go to like bars or like clubs, or what do you do for fun?
Movies, more movies.
Oh yeah, so you're like Dan and Blair then. Yeah, that's what they're gonna do in this holiday break.
They're gonna go see Nanette.
Yeah, so they realize they have a lot in common.
Yeah, they was like, this is crazy. Yeah, because we skipped over something. So we got to say, Serena was like begging him, like, come on, baby, it's me, baby, give me back.
Yeah, you don't want to kick it. You get some writing done. I'll let you write on it.
You got your laptop all you want.
I would have been like, yeah. See, I was proud of Dan because I feel like I would have been like, all right, fine.
Nah, it did. I think maybe Blair was in his head because it would have been a pathetic move for him to go back with her. Yeah, because you got to see, like, she's been dicking you around. Yeah, remember you was at that fountain and she kissed that dude right in front of you. Like that was 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Like, she's digging you around.
Just because she got drugged don't mean she's not still like. Yeah.
There's no way that this. Like, she ain't changed in 3 weeks. Even though she'll tell you, you're going to keep holding the past over my head. Yeah, she's going to do some shit like that.
Like Serena.
Yeah. I'm glad he said no. He was like, nah, I'm going to stay here and go watch some movies, get some writing done.
Yeah.
Serena, I think this is a journey you need to go on by yourself.
Yeah.
You need to figure out what's going on in your life.
And then, I think she's like, then she goes, I know everyone thinks I'm a bad person, but I'm gonna really change this time.
Yeah. She said, like, everybody I've been on everybody's head about changing when I'm the person that doesn't really believe that I changed.
Yeah,
it's like, finally, Serena, you take a little bit of accountability.
Just because it's one therapy session.
Yeah, because I know.
She was like, this black woman made me realize I ain't shit.
I don't need to go to therapy anymore. So that happens, and she goes off. Blair is confronting Chuck because Chuck got his bags. Right. And he's about to go to New Zealand. And she's like, New Zealand's really close to Australia. And he's like, get out of my business, man. Yeah. What are you talking about? And she's like, don't you go asking Jack for nothing. Yeah. And he goes, two enemies, common enemy.
Yeah, so they about to go after fucking Lily.
They about to go after Lily
to get
the
company back. Man,
that's not a good idea, though. He should not be dealing with Jack. Jack sucks. He's terrible. So they gonna team up to do this, but then now you're gonna have to fight Jack.
Yeah, he's gonna pull a fast one to try to take the company from him.
Absolutely.
So that's a bad. I feel like he should try at least to get the company
from Lily.
Without
Lily's got a little bit of heart. Like just let me get the company.
There must be some. That's why I want to know, because she was like, look, man, you disappeared for 3 months. Yeah. Nobody knew where you were, and I had to run this company.
Yeah.
I think she has some good logic with that.
Mm-hmm. They need to have a conversation. Yeah. He gave up on her immediately. He was like, I trusted you. And I like their relationship. I like their mother-son relationship. I like that. Charles,
I love you, Charles.
Charles, come on, Charles. Don't do that to me, Charles.
We got to sell the company.
Shut the fuck up, Charles. That's right from the Juggernaut. Remember that?
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up, Charles. But, okay. Back to that. So now Blair and Dan is standing there because Serena dipped out. Right. Blair and Dan standing there.
This was crazy.
And then they're like,
yeah, like no one's here anymore. Everyone's just me and you gonna be kicking it.
But I won't be bothered by it. I'm not gonna mess with you.
Yeah.
But I am going to see Nanette. And he's like, she's like, I'm going to see the net. And he's like, what? You like
French documentaries?
You like French documentaries about orangutan? He's like, nah, the story is this. And then she's like, you ever seen this movie? Mm-mm. You said you like movies.
Yeah, I have, but
that means you have seen every movie.
You don't like French orangutan docs? But yeah, and they were like, all right.
Well, if you see me, don't speak.
Don't talk. Yeah.
And then, but they gonna speak.
Oh yeah,
they finna speak.
They gonna be there. It's just gonna be the two of them.
Yeah,
just the two of us. We can make it if we try. So
then
Serena. What happened after that?
Serena
Ben. That was crazy.
Yeah,
man. You know what's gonna happen now? I feel like they're gonna start dating.
They are. They absolutely gonna start dating.
Like,
that's why I'm glad Dan didn't go.
Yeah.
Because they're absolutely gonna
and
start
Dan would have been sitting there in the jails, in the prison with them. And then she's like, you know what? They're just into it. Oh man, I really realized how much I missed you. And then just like, God damn, why do I keep falling for this shit?
What if I'm coming home.
Yeah,
I'm coming home. Tell the world that I'm coming home. Let the rain wash away. The Diddy Dirty Money.
Yeah.
I hear tears of a clown. I hate that song.
That song was great. That was great.
But it was like, because she finna get Ben out of jail.
Yeah.
Captain finna get out of jail.
Yeah.
So everybody coming home.
And Nate was like, yo, you can stay with me at the Empire. So I'm excited to see Captain come home.
Yeah.
That was tight that Nate did that. Like, because I'm like, yeah, man, you know, they have a good place to come home to.
Yeah, that's your pops, man. Don't have him in a halfway house.
Yeah.
But, so this is all happening. Mm-hmm. Imagine if Dan had went with her. And just like I'm gonna go to the prison bathroom and get a drink or something like that. And he comes back and they making out. And like Serena looks at him with that look like that I'm sorry but I'm really not sorry look.
Yeah.
And the cell door just closing in front of him. Steady trying to find a motive.
I'm
Why
locked
do
up.
what I do?
Oh
locked
my
up,
God. That would be so. And they're just in jail for no reason.
In jail, yeah.
and Ben and Serena are off in the night. But yeah,
they
man.
close it. The camera turns back, and now Dan got on the oranges.
Yeah,
and Ben got on his clothes.
Oh, everybody! This shit was funny to me. When Nate was talking to the captain, he was like, man, you know, are you gonna stay with me when you get out? So you have a nice place to stay. I already got you some clothes and stuff, because you know, Orange ain't not in no more.
Yeah.
And then Captain he had this look like, nigga, that shit ain't funny. Like, fuck you. It just looked like he was like, he's like, ha ha ha, very funny. Like, don't make a joke. Now I spent 5 years of my life in prison. Like, shit ain't funny. Man.
So what do you rate this episode?
I gotta say, mainly because I didn't expect to like this episode, because I just didn't think the wait was gonna be worth it. But I gotta say, the dance, Blair, adventure, even Damien coming back, it. Kind of was a new color on Damien. I was like, hey, they kind of redeemed Damien a little bit. And I'm gonna take a XO off, because they let Juliet just get away.
Yeah,
I feel like Juliet just got scot-free with no punishment.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna give it a 4.67 XOXO.
So that's
XOXO, 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 XOXO,
XOX. No, we still go.
XOX. Oh yeah, that's 3. Okay.
We gotta do it again.
Okay. XOXO, 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 XOXO. All right, what are you thinking?
I'm thinking I might give it the exact same score.
Okay.
Because I agree with you.
Yeah.
This episode was a humdinger.
Yeah.
We finally got to the conclusion of this stupid ass story.
I know, it was so long.
It's such a long story, but we finally got to the end of it. We finally figured out why this whole thing was going on.
Yeah.
When she was like, I'm not putting no more of their family members in jail. Yeah. I was 100% with Blair being like, no, she's got to go to jail.
Yeah, no,
period.
She wild for what she did to Blair or Serena, you know. What she did to all of them.
What she did to everybody.
She turned everyone against them.
Yeah.
It's
like, so smart too, so cunning. Because when she saw them in the hometown, she was like, "It's over."
Yeah, I know. I love that she didn't even try to stop them. She was like, she was like, they with mom right now. They probably with her right now. She's telling them everything. So I'm gonna go kill Serena.
So I give it a 4.72.
Okay.
So that's
XOXO, 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 XOXO. All right. Well, you didn't watch it. So you don't get
the vote now. You got some news for me?
Yeah. Just a quick couple things. Okay. Bad Baby. Turns out she has 5 tattoos of Chief Keef's name on it.
Oh yes.
And she wants to get them all removed because, and I quote, the woman said, "Why do you want to remove the tattoos?" And Bad Baby says, "Because I'm sick of his shit."
Sick of his shit. You weren't sick of his shit after the first or second tattoo?
Yeah. Like it took 5 though.
Yeah.
So if she breaks up with Keith Chief, who from our show should date Keith Chief next? Who do you want to see?
I want to see Dan date Chief Keef because,
Yeah.
and here's why.
He needs Sosa.
Yeah, because I would have rephrased this news article in the fact like who would do what Bad Baby did,
right,
and Bahad Bahabi, and I think it would be Dan. Like
Yeah,
Dan's gonna have 5 Serena tattoos,
Yeah.
and then finally be like, man, I'm sick of her shit.
Yeah, and he's like, but I'll do one more tattoo behind my earlobe, and then I'll break up with her. That's smart. Yeah, that's a good idea. Okay, Don Lemon's fired from CNN. Big news.
Huge news.
Who's gonna take his spot from our show?
On this show, who's gonna take Don?
We need
Eric.
somebody good.
Eric's
Eric. He's got the mental health stuff down. He's got
but he also a little bit like catty, sneaky.
Yeah.
I want to call him catty. I don't mean to call the gay man catty, but he's like like Don Lemon, like got a little like.
Yeah, like he'll hit them jabs at you.
Yeah.
Like he's not gonna hold his tongue.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Yeah, and then I think that'd be cool, and maybe Roof. I don't know. Roof will get no ratings.
Hell no.
I feel like he's too nice.
The Rufus show.
Yeah, and Roof can have his cooking show, cooking in politics.
Yeah.
Okay. So I think the real one of the episode for me has got to be the captain. He grew up.
The captain is the real one.
Because
I still don't trust the captain.
You think
I'll be honest with you.
I feel like he's. Yeah, maybe I might eat my words later for that one.
I'm gonna get a real one of that episode to Blair because when she was like, "Put her in jail."
Yeah.
Like, it was the best part.
Put
her ass in jail.
But it was like I just came from Connecticut chasing this chick around. Yeah. Like you gonna let her go?
Also, Nate's mom was a real one too.
Oh yeah, she's changed a lot. Huh? We used to hate her. Remember?
She sucked at first. Yeah.
I like that she was like, look, man. I like that she was. See, I don't mind if you're if you're shallow about shit, as long as you're honest with yourself. Because she was like, Nate was like, come on, you could get back with him. He really does love you. And she was like, I know, but I ain't really trying to date this cat. He just got out of jail. Like I'd rather just be in my world. And I was like, at least she's being real about it, not trying to be like.
Oh, we skipped over how she had on them invites to parties, and they were all.
Yeah.
They all followed up with a polite call, being like, "So the captain's not coming."
Yeah,
right?
because I heard he's getting out.
Yeah. And don't bring him around. He's pricey.
He literally is like, I don't want this guy to fuck my image up. Yeah. Which is, I mean,
she's good casting. Like she plays that part so well.
Yeah. See, I like that they brought her back. I was kind of missing her.
Yeah. What's that actress's name? Can we look up something real quick?
Sure.
See what Nate Archibald's mom on Gospel Girl's name is.
Yeah. All right, that's the news for me. This was a humdinger, y'all.
This is a very good episode.
I feel like you guys knew we were gonna like it, and you didn't. I love that. I appreciate no one, even though y'all probably heard us being frustrated with this thing. Nobody told us what it was
y'all
gonna
stayed
be.
10 toes down.
Yeah, y'all
never told.
Because someone texted us today. They said because I posted a picture of the episode, and they were like. It's like, I'm so glad y'all finally got to it. So they've been waiting to see us react to this. So now it's going to be dope. But yeah, man. Also, we're going to promote some stuff. I want to tell y'all to come to my show. I'm doing it May 19th at the Catch One LA. It's music. As a matter of fact, what we're going to do, we're going to do something different. At the end of this episode, let's play one of my songs so you can get a sense of what the vibe is going to be like. But it's going to be chill. It's going to be like, vibey hip hop, nothing too street, nothing too hard, just a little vibe. Smoke some weed, drink some wine. It's gonna be great. Good times. May 19th. I'll be there. I'll be DJing at the place on the ones and twos. Just look over your shoulder, prof. Carl's right there. Also with the UCB Theater every first Friday every month, 8:30 p.m. with the big team, our improv team. Yeah, come to that. That's a fun improv show. Very fun improv show. With the smokes. Meet us all in Vegas in about 4 weeks. We going back. Yeah, we gotta go back because we gotta see Usher. That was the group chat consensus. Yeah, we gotta. Next time we do this, we must go see Usher. All right. The show he puts on is really good. Thank you to Mies for filling in for Rochelle Shell while she's getting her gold bars put in her teeth. Thank you so much, Mies.
Francie Swift.
Francie Swift.
Francie Swift.
That's the home girl. Shout out to Francie Swift. We're gonna get her on. She's gonna be like, I don't want to do this shit with y'all.
I don't want to do this stupid ass show. Shut y'all dumbasses
You know
up.
who I am? I'm Swift. I'm of the Swift family.
Love the Swift.
I'm Swift Family Robinson. Okay. Thank you, Angel Meese. Man, this is tight. I guess this is it, huh?
This is it. This is it. Make no mistakes where you are. I wanted to say something at the end of this episode, but I forgot what it was. Anyway, bye.
Bye.
That was a Headgum podcast.